All right, so today our lesson is on prime factorization. You will complete this lesson on the paper that you picked up on yesterday and glued in on page 52 of your composition book. If you did not get this paper because you were absent, please ask for a paper prior to doing this video. You want to glue it down on page 52, and you want to make sure that you write information. This is a doodle notes, so you are welcome to add color to these notes as we are discussing these concepts. That way, one of my students, I'm not going to say her name, said that color actually helps improve memorization. So I think that is very important that you do some coloring to color on these notes and to improve your memory. So here we go. The first thing we need to know about prime factorization is the word prime. A prime number is a number that is greater than 1 and has exactly 2 factors, 1 and itself. Some examples of prime numbers would be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. All of these numbers are numbers that you just multiply by 1, and that's the only way that you can get the product of that number. So the only way I can get 13 is to multiply 13 times 1. The only way I can get 5 is to multiply 5 times 1. So those are prime numbers, and you discussed prime numbers in 5th grade. In this case, we're going to use prime numbers as building blocks for other numbers. So we're going to take other numbers and we're going to show how prime numbers can create an expression to come up with that other number. So there are 2 ways to show prime factorization. The first way is the ladder method. We're going to show prime factorization for 600. So this little bar right here kind of looks like an upside down division bar. Well, we know that that's going to mean to divide. You may have used a similar method when dividing. Also, you may have used this method when maybe finding the GCF or the LCD. So this method right here, this is another symbol for division. So we're going to start with our first number, which is 600, and we are going to divide it by a prime number. So 600 can be divided by 2. 2 is prime. I know that 600 could be divided by 2 because 600 is even. So 600 is divided by 2, and 600 divided by 2 gives me 300. 300 is also even. It can be divided by the prime number 2. Again, we're trying to divide by prime numbers. 300 divided by 2 gives me 150, which is also even and can be divided by the prime number 2. So we're going to keep dividing by prime numbers until we have all prime numbers along our ladder. So 150 divided by 2 gives us 75. Now 75 is not even, and so the nearest prime number, we could have divided it by 3, but we just chose to do 5. I like to use the biggest prime number once we get toward the end, just because that makes it go a little bit faster, but we chose 5. So 75 divided by 5 is going to give us 15. And 15 can be divided by the prime number 3. And that gives us 5. Once we end in a prime number, we know that we are done with our expression. So the way that we get 600 is 2 times 2 times 5 times 3 times 5. All right, so let's try the factor tree method. Factor tree method, again, we want to start off with our composite number 600, and we want to think about what 2 prime numbers will give us 600. Well, again, we discussed that 600 is even. So we know that 600 you can divide by 2, so that's 2 times 300. We also know that 300 is even. So 300 is still composite, so we have to break it down to as many prime numbers. So 2 times 150. I want you to notice that whenever I have a prime number, it's circled. I'm showing that that's prime, that that's not composite. And those are going to be the numbers I'm going to use in my expression at the end of this. 150 is also even, so I could divide it by 2 and 75. And then 75, we know we can divide by 5 and 15. And then 15 can be divided by 3 and 5. So these are all of my prime numbers that will create 600. 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 3 times 5. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 will be 8. 8 times 5 will be 40. 40 times 3 will be 120, and 120 times 5 will be 600. So again, that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 5 times 3 times 5. You could also write that in exponential form. We learned about exponents on yesterday. That will be 2 to the third power times 5 to the second power. Sorry, there are 2 5s times 3. So that gives us the same answer. Alrighty, so we've learned about both methods, and so I want you to try 2 methods today. I'm going to go over a couple of problems using the ladder method, and then you will have a worksheet using the factor tree method to create prime factorization. So find prime factorization of these numbers. So let's start with 32. What 2 numbers can 32 be divided by, and which one is prime? So if I think about my prime numbers, I kind of ask myself, is 32 divided by 5? Is that possible? No. What about 3? No. But I know 32 is even, so the prime number, obviously, that it can be divided by is 2. Then I know that 16 can also be divided by 2, which gives me 8. And 8 can be divided by 2, which gives me 4. And 4 can be divided by 2, which gives me 2. So the prime factorization of this number is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 to the 5th power will give you 32. So remember, we're just trying to figure out what expression will give us this composite number using only prime numbers. Alrighty, we're going to do one more. What about 132? Well, 132 obviously is even, so I'm going to divide it by 2. And when I divide 132 by 2, I get 16. Not 16, sorry, 66. 66 divided by 2 gives me 33. Now 33 is not even, so I have to think of another prime number. I'm going to divide that by 3. 33 divided by 3 gives me 11. And 11 is prime, so now I know I can stop. So my expression is 2 times 2 times 3 times 11. Again, write in exponential form. That's 2 to the 2nd power times 3 times 11. Alrighty, so I want you on your own to do 144. You're going to be expected to find the prime factorization of 144. Please use the ladder method to do that, and have that on your paper. Remember, once you're done with this video, you need to take a picture and post that information on Google Classroom. Please don't forget to mark as done so I can see your assignment and you could get credit. Prime factorization, this information is due by tomorrow, so please do not walk in without getting this taken care of. I've given you time in class, so there's no excuse for not getting it done. If you have any questions, please see me tomorrow and I'll help you with that. Watch the video as many times as you need to complete any assignments regarding prime factorization.